Well, some of the survivors of the Marikana massacre have started to gather at the infamous koppie. That's where 34 striking workers were killed by police while demanding better pay. So this morning, survivors are reflecting on the events of the 16th of August 2012. Let's take you live to our reporters, Malungelo Booi and Refiloe Seboko, are tracking the story from various points in Marikana. Malungelo, I want to begin with you this morning. You've been there since before the sun came up. Tell us about what you're hearing.
That's right, Michelle. In fact, what we're starting to see now are some of those people who survived the incident that took place here 10 years ago, starting to gather here at the koppie. And you can see some of the men already there, really reflecting, Michelle, on this day, on what happened to them this day 10 years ago. Many of them, in fact, who are there, Michelle, survived the incident. And of course, they know people who died, who were shot and killed by the police. And of course, one of the men that I was talking to earlier on, Michelle, was saying that this day does bring him sadness because he lost some of his friends. Let's take a listen.
Kwasuka ke ngokuna kwathini kwasuka amapolisa pha ezakuthi silapha kwabe sithethi uba masisuke kule ntaba sithe xa besithi siyasuka beza kuthi bafike basihlasela sihlele ukusihlasela kwethu ngokuna sabaleka saphinda abanye abantu balimala ke ngokulandawo bashiyeka pha oza kwethu babe betshayiswa zihipi zamapolisa olusuku umlukhulu bhuti ngobana ukusinda kwami apha ndiye ndibona uba hey oza kwethu nje basabachiya apha siye kufike kube buhlungu ngale mini yanamhlanje e16 kaAugust kubonakala uba hey iyona nto iyenzeka uba apha kuthi ngoxa uthiwa asidibana khona apha ibe buhlungu kakhulu ke ngoku nangolusuku lanamhlanje nam ndasinda khona apha.
All right, Michelle, that's Zingisa. He's one of the people who survived the incident here on that day 10 years ago. And interestingly, Michelle, he's from the Eastern Cape, and you would know that many of the people who died in that incident come from provinces including the Eastern Cape and also countries including Lesotho. Now, Michelle, there's also been conversations really or calls for government and also the mining company, that's Sibanye Stillwater, to erect a monument here and also to have this day made a public holiday. I also spoke to one of the people who also survived this incident, and this is what he had to say to me.
Ngoba lokho elisuku elibalima labantu lisuku elifana nawo wonke amasuku abantu ababelimela lapha eAfrika futhi elitela wese ngoba abantu befuna imali emqathini bebengafuni imali emapoliseni nje babadukilwa ngamapolisa. Mina ndisho umuntu wabaphosa mangazoxoxa ngoba wehlulakala ukuxolisa kodwa amaphosa afanele bazoxoxa ngalaxesha ilaka kusenzeka le nto ngoba wehlulakala njengobubona nalabo kule ndawo sihlala kuyo kumdaka kunje ngenxa ndibona uba uRamaphosa wayiflathela le ndawo le ngoba if le ndawo le ugovernment walapha bekayinakile ngengekho nje kumdaka kanje.
All right, Michelle, so those are just two of the people we have been able to speak to this morning here in Marikana, and they both survived the incident that happened here 10 years ago. And you can sort of like hear then from them that they are still unhappy about a lot of things.
Certainly, just given the kind of hurt still that exists in Marikana from the widows, from the survivors and from their families, one just wonders what today's commemorations should look like in their view. Refiloe, AMCU President Joseph Matundwa is expected to deliver a keynote address there today. What are the expectations from him?
Well, I think that one of the things that will be expected from him is to hear what is it that they have been able to assist in the past 10 years, Michelle. But where I am right now, it's where we see an activities of businesses that have started here this morning here. Some of them that are saying that they have been selling since even when that Marikana massacre happened, they had been selling the We see coffee is here, scones are here, and some have started cooking already. Puppets, they are cooking. We see different kinds of drinks, but also behind me you see fruits as well. Michelle, I am joined by Notina Nkobeni. She says that she's been running this business here in Marikana in the koppie for the past 10 years. Mangobeni, ngiyabonga ngesikhathi sakho siyakwamukela ku Newzroom Afrika. Uthi injani ibusiness?
Sanibonani, ibhizinisi ayihambi kahle lamalanga kusisi ka 2011. Siyazamazama impilo, abantu abaningi bapheleliwe umsebenzi, and then asikhona ukudayisa, abantu bakhona ukuthenga because ibhizinisi abantu abasebenzi. So siyazama, siyaphusha inye indlela, but siyabona shaka kuyafana. At least kungcono abantu sometimes babuyiselwe emsebenzini, maybe thina sizokhona ukuphila because siyaphila sinabantwana but asikhona ukusiphila ilife right. Siyasokola.
Ikusiza kanjani ibhizinisi yama-fruits? Uthe bekuyi 10 years uze lana ngo-2010 but waqala ukuthengisa ngo-2012. Ikusiza kanjani yonke yeminyaka?
So iyanisiza yona because ngikhona ukulala ndlile, khona ukuphilisa imenzi wami, mina indoda yami ayisebenzi, namanje sihlalile endlini siphila yona lamafruit. So iyona business yakhona ihamba kancane, ukhona ukuthenga impuphu, sometimes ishebenyana, sometimes uyapaka uyakhipha istoko abathenganga, and then masibona istoko si fresh but ibusiness ayikho.
And then namuhla ufuna ukubona yenze kanjani ibusiness yakho?
Anijabula shoko kungafani lamanya ilumnyaka undlulile. Sometimes ibusiness yethu asimina kuphela nalabanye bakhona kuyibhizinisi abona ihamba kakuhle, dilisinyana sizofika ekhaya sikhona ukuthenga nyana impuphu nyana because asini impuphu endlini.
Ngobeni ngiyabonga. That is Notina Ngobeni Michelle. She's saying that the business had started, it had not been well in the past, but she's hoping that it will be doing well today. And she says that it's assisting her a lot in being able to buy necessities for the month.
Live to us there in Marikana, Refiloe, Seboko and Malungelo Booi, as we continue to track commemorations on this day, 10 years since the Marikana massacre.